In a world awash with questions and uncertainties, the journey of faith versus skepticism often leads us down paths of profound contemplation. It's a journey that beckons us to explore not just the mysteries of the universe, but the very essence of belief itself. In this exploration, one might find that embracing faith in Jesus and the teachings of Catholicism offers a beacon of light and hope, presenting a path that, in many ways, is easier to tread than the road of atheism. At the heart of Catholicism lies a compelling narrative of love, sacrifice, and redemption through Jesus Christ. This narrative doesn't just offer answers to life's most pressing questions. It provides a framework for understanding our place in the universe, our purpose, and our connection to others. It's a story that has been told for over 2,000 years, yet its power to inspire, comfort, and transform lives remains undiminished. Believing in Jesus and embracing Catholicism means entering into a community that spans the globe and the ages. It's to be part of a family that supports and uplifts its members, guided by principles of love, forgiveness, and compassion. This sense of belonging and shared purpose can be a powerful antidote to the isolation and existential uncertainty that often accompanies atheism. Faith in Jesus offers a direct relationship with the divine, a connection that enriches the human experience with a sense of meaning and direction. It answers the longing of the human heart for something greater than oneself, for a love that is unconditional and eternal. This assurance is a source of strength and comfort in times of doubt and despair, offering hope when it might seem all is lost. Catholicism, with its rich tapestry of rituals, traditions, and teachings, provides a tangible expression of faith that engages the mind, body, and soul. The sacraments, from baptism to the Eucharist, are not just symbolic acts, but encounters with grace that nourish and sustain the believer on their spiritual journey. These practices offer a continuity and rhythm to life that can ground and orient the believer, providing a counterpoint to the often chaotic and relativistic nature of the secular world. Moreover, the moral and ethical framework of Catholicism offers a clear vision of the good life, one that values the dignity of every person, the importance of community, and the stewardship of creation. This vision, rooted in the teachings of Jesus, challenges believers to live lives of service, sacrifice, and love, offering a compelling alternative to the moral relativism that can pervade atheistic worldviews. In contrast, atheism, for all its appeals to reason and empirical evidence, often leaves unanswered the most fundamental questions of existence. Why is there something rather than nothing? What is the purpose of life? How should we live? Without a belief in a higher power or an afterlife, the atheist worldview can sometimes lead to nihilism or a sense of despair in the face of suffering and death. To believe in Jesus and to follow the path of Catholicism is to choose hope over despair, meaning over meaninglessness, and community over isolation. It is to affirm that love is the ultimate reality, a reality that transcends the material world and offers a promise of eternal life. While faith may not always be easy, and doubt, it's part of the human condition, the journey of belief is enriched with moments of grace, beauty, and transformation that make the path of faith not just easier, but more fulfilling than the road of disbelief. In the end, the choice to believe in Jesus and embrace Catholicism is a response to a call to love, to serve, and to be part of a story much larger than ourselves. It's a journey that, despite its challenges, offers a vision of life that resonates with the deepest desires of the human heart, making the leap of faith not just a plausible choice, but a profoundly rewarding one. Look, embarking on a journey through the realms of faith and disbelief, we encounter the profound and often debated concept of predestination within the tapestry of the Catholic theology. The notion that our paths might be divinely woven before we even take our first breath stirs deep philosophical and theological inquiries. It prompts us to ponder, does the existence of predestination imply that unbelievers are forsaken by God? The answer, steeped in the richness of Catholic understanding, is a resolute no. For even in the contemplation of predestination, we find the boundless scope of divine mercy and love, inviting all to partake in the mystery of faith. This exploration beckons us to look beyond superficial caricatures of faith, to debunk the common tropes that atheism often levels against belief in God. One such trope is the depiction of God as merely an old man in the sky. Such a simplistic representation that fails to capture the essence of the divine. Catholicism, with its deep intellectual and mystical traditions, offers a more nuanced understanding. God is not confined to the limits of human imagination, but is understood as the very ground of being, a unifying field that permeates all of creation. And this perspective finds echoes in the realms of science, where the laws of nature, of the universe, hint at an underlying order and intelligence. And while science strives to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos, it also leads us to the threshold of the ineffable, to the recognition of the reality that transcends our full comprehension. The concept of predestination, rather than alienating the unbeliever, invites a deeper reflection on the nature of freedom and divine foreknowledge. It challenges us to consider the possibility that our longing for truth, our intrinsic sense of morality, and our search for meaning are not mere accidents of nature, but reflections of a divine call. The twinge we feel at the thought of predestination, the uneasy hope that God might indeed be true, reveals a yearning for connection with something greater than ourselves, a yearning that atheism often leaves unfulfilled. Addressing another common trope, atheism sometimes points that belief in God is an escape from the reality of the world's suffering, a crutch for those unable to face life's harshness. Yet, Catholicism does not shy away from the reality of suffering, but confronts it head-on, finding in the cross of Christ not only an emblem of suffering, but a sign of hope, redemption, and the ultimate victory of love. This perspective does not negate the realities of pain and injustice, but it offers a pathway through them, anchored in the promise of resurrection and the assurance of God's compassionate presence in the midst of all of our trials. Moreover, the idea of God as a mere construct of human need is another trope that merits re-examination. Far from being a projection of our desires, the God of Catholicism is encountered as a profound mystery that invites us into a relationship that transforms and transcends our limited understanding. This relationship, experienced through prayer, sacraments, and the communion of saints, offers glimpses of a love so vast and a truth so deep that it defies reduction to human constructs. In contemplating the vastness of the divine, we come to realize that faith in God is not a retreat from the complexity of the world, but a lens through which its deepest truths and beauties are brought into sharper focus. The concept of predestination, rather than constricting human freedom, magnifies the marvel of divine love, a love that calls each person by name and seeks to draw all into the fullness of life. The journey toward believing in Jesus and embracing Catholicism becomes an adventure in discovering the reality of a God who is not distant and impersonal, but intimately involved in the fabric of our lives, beckoning us to explore the depths of love, meaning, and existence itself. In this light, the path of faith emerges not only as a viable alternative to atheism, but as a journey that resonates with the deepest intuitions of the human heart, leading us towards a truth that is as vast as the universe and as intimate as the whisper of love in the silence of prayer.